Hello there, my name is Ben, and welcome back to Play the Game Central. Now, this is Richtofen's endgame. We showed you Maxis's yesterday, but this is Richtofen's, and both are very different. The results are obviously very different. The steps are very different, but the endings aren't too dissimilar, and I'll go on to that in a moment. But before that, I'm going to play you what happens right at the end and show you kind of why you'd want to go with Maxis. And here we go.
Finally, I am in control! The ether is mine to manipulate as I wish! The world is now my own personal plaything! What have you done? I've won, Maxis! That's what I've done!
Oh, what about Samantha? Your actions condemn my daughter's very soul to eternal damnation! Even if you do not care for her, surely you wish to return to your own body!
Not really, no. Won't I already possess the power to leave this netherworld and re-enter the physical realm once more? I can choose anybody I wish! As for you, Maxis, you will simply cease to be. Auf Wiedersehen, Toodles!
No!
Take a deep breath, Samuel. We're about to get a whole lot closer. At last I am... Oh, what's the word? Corporeal? No. Physical. Whatever. I have my very own body! I can touch, yeah, I can feel, oh, I can smell. Oh, maybe that's not such a good thing. What is that stink? No, wait, something's wrong. I'm struggling to control my movements. Okay, maybe I just need some practice. Oh, Samuel! You're still here? Okay. This is a little awkward. It's really not that different to how things were before, Sammy. We get to talk to each other, play games, have fun. It's really quite exciting. You'll like the fact that we're going to be eating more salad. That doesn't come in a bowl, but I do understand, Sammy. Just carry on as normal, and I'll try to leave you alone for a while.
So what you just heard there was essentially Maxis dying. That is now the end of Maxis. However, in Maxis's ending, he takes over and he is now in control of the Ether and potentially the world. So there is this kind of contradictory step, and the question I'd like to ask you is, what do you want to see in DLC 4? If the outcome of this could result in DLC 4's story, then which would you follow? If I'm going to be honest, every time someone asks me which one should I do, I always say Maxis. It's trickier, I know that, but and I know you don't get the outcome that you do with Richtofen's, which is particularly useful. You get the 4-gun mule kick and all that stuff, but as we've seen so far, if you look back at Transit, Maxis rewarded you. Richtofen gave you nothing, and Maxis is essentially out to destroy you. We don't know what Richtofen's wish is yet. All he wants essentially is control, and he has that now. We don't know what his actual wish is after that. But we know Maxis is now here to essentially destroy you. And as I said, if you look back at Transit and you see that he gave you gifts, we know that is not potentially a good sign. And Richtofen's side gives you quite a lot of stuff. He gives you the 4-gun mule kick, infinite fire cell, and that's pretty useful. If I'm honest, that's really useful. Maxis' side gives you the blue-eyed zombies, which are 500 points, and they drop power drops, which is again is quite useful for the high round stuff. But which did you prefer? For the guys out there who've done the Easter eggs, now we're going to be putting up steps later today and tomorrow, but which did you prefer? Because I know for sure I prefer doing Richtofens because it's easier and it's quicker, but Maxis is, I believe, is how I will leave my game state. So when we go back again, which we'll have to do at some point, and go back through Transit, Die Rise and Buried, I will be leaving the save state essentially as Maxis, because I believe that that is by far the most interesting outcome, because in Maxis's, Richtofen comes back anyway. He already states that, you know, Maxis promises, it's like an ode, you know, he promises Richtofen that he will grant his body back to him, kind of more like imprisonment, it sounds like, but then in Richtofen's end, he takes over Samuel, and that's kind of the same thing. He's once again getting hold of a vessel. So both outcomes aren't dissimilar. The results in terms of what perks you get and stuff are very, very similar. And I would go for the guy that doesn't flash you with cash, essentially, if you know what I mean. I would go with Maxis, and that's what I say. But I'd like to hear from you guys. What do you think? What did you think about the Easter egg? What are you thinking about Buried? If you like this video, then obviously leave a like. That would be brilliant. Make sure that you're subscribed, tell your friends, all this lovely stuff. I think we did good with Buried. And I'm talking community-wide. I think we did good. And I look forward to bringing you some more voluptuous content. I'm signing out. Thank you and goodbye.